morning. It is the 28th of October, 2019. In this episode, we're going to look at the possibility of Bitcoin heading back to 5,800. Did we already hit the golden retrace in Bitcoin? Will we continue on the path of building this macro-sized parabolic structure from here? It eventually is going to come. We all know it. It's a matter of when. Are we going to see another deep shakeout before the continuation higher? And my big question is, what are we anticipating for the potential macro parabolic structures to begin unfolding in the rest of the cryptocurrencies? This is where the big opportunities are setting up right now. Hello, Mick3 Momo. I don't know how do your friends just call you Mick? Anyway, this isn't trading advice, really. It is just market observation. Let's jump in. So I started off with this leading image saying, are we going to do something like this? You may know that I've been talking about the logarithmic, the logarithmic trend line in Bitcoin, looking at the weekly view or the daily view, stretch it out for a long time. And this is where I think we're coming back, just because it's a little bit lower than everybody's expecting, and that will shake the daylights out of everybody and everything. And there's a lot of Bitcoin available in the market. If they can shake it down that much, they can really get some liquidity out of all of the small guys who will crap their pants, and then the big move can really start. So it is my conspiracy theory, and of course there's no way to know. I'm not saying that I'm an oracle and I have some Fibonacci time, I don't know. This is just my own conspiracy theory of trying to shake everybody out and get Bitcoin, right? It is the new world economy. It's the new world order of money. And it's a very small market. It can be manipulated. So I'm expecting it. And if we're expecting it, the charts really should tell us. I've seen different instances recently where the charts were telling us great technical analysis and I was looking the other way. That's okay. I don't mind this, because then I can analyze my analysis, and for my own part, I improve, and it's made a big change in my trading and a big increase in my success in trading by doing this analysis. And I hope it helps you guys too. I'm honored you guys are along. There's so many great streams out there, so I hope you're finding really good, consistent approach to this. And if you're new to the stream, hit thumbs up. Hit the subscribe button, but more than that, head over to the website intro-to-cryptos.ca. We'll get to this later, but go to the homepage and grab the download for the webinar that explains more about this trading system. Then you'll get more out of this. You can get more juice out of this by following along. So what I'm looking at here is the weekly candle of the RSI, and I'm going to be a little bit more shy with the weekly candle until we get that weekly close. I am going to have more of a party on the weekly close of that candle, and I'm going to put less weight on the weekly candle throughout the week as we are approaching. This one got me last time because it had done a big swing down just as we got this bear trap, and I was right in it looking at it as it swung down while we were in the bear trap, and it blinded me, and I wasn't even knowing I was blinded. So now that ain't happening again. As I zoom into the daily, what I'm looking for now is any indication of the break of these trend lines, not so much overbought and oversold, but once it gets, because when it's trending up, it'll be overbought a lot. That's what it does. But when it breaks these trend lines, then we're getting a change of direction. So if it pulls back and gives us a trend line and breaks it, we're going up. If it pulls back, gives us a trend line and breaks it, like it's the springboard, not the springboard pattern. That's a different, but it's like a bamboo. You pull the bamboo back and then it springs up. So this is what I'm watching for now, but in the opposite direction. Bamboo coming up, we're going to look inside here for these exhaustion wicks to see the 1, 2, 3 top formation in this, and we'll correlate against the relative strength index, the MACD indicator, and on and on. Now let's zoom in on this, because now it's getting interesting. We've got our uptrend line. We've got oversold. Everybody likes oversold. We've got the exhaustion wicks. Did we see any exhaustion wicks before that we were paying attention to? We did. And so these exhaustion wicks get heavier in my mind. And as we go into the 4-hour time frame, it's a 1, 2, 3 top formation with a divergence at the double top. Coming back. How far? I don't like to make projections which way and how far. I like to find the consolidation patterns, put on a trade, get my stop above it, and then it's not my job to figure out how far it goes. I let the market tell me that. So it's a different approach, I think, than many people will put on a target and they want to take the trade off when they hit the target. How do you know that's how high it's going to go? What if your target was here and you hit it and you took the trade off and you're going, oh, man, our job is to reduce risks. It's the market's job to make us money. Now this is it's a stronger 1, 2, 3 top formation here and divergence for me. And it confirms as it breaks down below this. And the exciting thing for me, we'll see later in the episode, is what Bitcoin dominance is doing and what the longs and shorts are doing at the very same time that this is all unfolding. But first, let's get through these indicators. The weekly view of the MAC on balance volume. Morning, Snow. Good morning, Rick. Good to have you along. We've got a few good, really good questions in our Discord chat the last little while because of the massive move that Bitcoin did. It caught a lot of people unexpected, and then it's really done something to the alts as well. So that's another story. Let's go in. I got to take a look at this. This is hard to do it all. Get excited and want to look at it all at the same time. So we got some great volume out of here. What I want to see now is the volume across this potential 1, 2, 3 top. Hey, party. Thanks for the subscribe. I appreciate it. Love it. So here we are with the double top again, exhaustion wicks and less volume, like just lots of volume, all excitement, and then, well, not so much volume here. So this makes me feel more confident that this is a 1, 2, 3 top, and I'll be watching for it to hit that 5,800 level because it'll shake the Bitcoin world. Now, at the same time, the ascending wedge triangle has a propensity, I love the word, to look like a 1, 2, 3 top formation. I got to zoom out so I can get enough data on this. The ascending wedge triangle has the often looks like a 1, 2, 3 top formation, 2, 3 top formation. So while we're still inside this, it still is that a flaming candle leaning to the side. I get this picture in my mind of a birthday candle here, and we see the big candle, and then we see the flame off to the side. Usually this flaming candle is leaning, and we go up, straight up from there. So a break below these levels helps with my conspiracy theory. More of this consolidation, no matter how much it gets down just a little bit below this. It's like a video game where the boss has almost killed you, but you got 2 hit points left. Sometimes these moments are really important to stay in the game at that last little bit and keep shooting. Depends on where you got in your entry, but we'll watch for both of those now. And I want to go back to the volume underneath there. So we did see that crapping out here where we have good strong volume and then not so much. The next indicator is the MACD, and this one also got me on the weekly last week because of the timing of when this bear trap happened. I was looking at the weekly, and the weekly histogram etched longer, and then later in the day it went shorter because the week wasn't closed. The daily, because the weekly was looking so bearish, I gave more weight to the weekly, and I didn't really pay attention to the daily coming across this divergence as we were setting up right at the very point there. And so that kind of I kind of miffed about that, but it's okay because you can analyze your analysis and then you don't make the same mistakes the same way. You may make a cousin of that mistake, but you don't make the same mistake. And hopefully by watching my mistakes, you make less of them, and you can take these lessons and put them in your pocket and use them over and over again and over. All right, so what I'm looking for here is the divergence and the confirmation, but I'm also now watching for this to weaken off. If this is the little 1, 2, 3 top on the 4-hour time frame, we're going to pull back here hard to the $5,800 level, then this is going to cross negative, or we're just not going down there. So let's go into the 4-hour to see. This has crossed to the negative. So the 4-hour could now start dragging the 12-hour down, right? The 1 hour will go, then the 4-hour will go, then the 12-hour will go, then the 1 day will go, and will cross negative. But if the 1 day stays without going like if it crosses negative and comes back down here, it won't be terminal for the overall uptrend. In fact, it'll give us a perfect spot for watching for the $5,800 turnaround. This will cross positive, and the weekly will cross positive after we hit that level. The weekly will cross positive, and then we are on the way. So there's the 4 hour crossing negative out of a 1, 2, 3 top. When we go into the 1 hour, we were observing this yesterday where we have lower crosses, which is pretty negative. Even though it was coming up here, it was crossing, and I was going, I don't know, it just can't be the same. They don't fit. Now this is flaring further negative, and the 4 hour has crossed negative, so it gives me more feeling that this is going to come down. And I know that it is not coming down if this is crossing back to the positive and pulling the 4 hour up. So we've got some really clear things to watch now as we're breaking out of this range, either side of it, to confirm that. Let's zoom in just one more. This is crossing back positive. It's less helpful though because it's back and forth on this time frame. But we can see that it certainly had a lead indicator as we were breaking out here. This really crossed and then crossed positive again. So I don't want to ignore when it is crossing positive on any time frame, but it has to now get up above this because we have the 1, 2, 3 top. It has to retest above this level. It's given us some structure and failed below it. So that now this is resistance now up at this level. Will be interesting to see how this plays out, and I'll probably go live in the middle of the day if this starts to do a big breakout, just so that I can record these indicators. Now, the Ichimoku cloud for a long time has been giving us the idea that we're going to be coming back to these levels. Way back in this time frame, we were looking at these two levels for our pullbacks. Now we've got the first level. Are we going to hit this second level in the Ichimoku cloud and come all the way back to these levels? No way to know, and the further we go sideways, the less likely it seems to me that we would, unless it's a really sharp, fast one, to get inside that cloud and stay inside it. I want to go into the daily view because this one was negative for such a long time before we broke negative. It's kind of like, I'm glad I went short on that call because otherwise I'm not learning from what happened in the past and putting it into the trades of the present. Now this bear trap, I forgive myself for not trading that. Let's zoom into it because this is so negative. Everything was crossed negative. I just sort of stood back. I didn't want to go short at the time. That turned out well. Now zooming into the, 12-hour time frame. It's broken up through the cloud. The cloud is positive. Even got a little wee hairy twist to the positive here. Not much. A hair of a. Let's go over to the 4-hour time frame, and it's poked up so fast through this cloud and it's up above it that it's not giving me any ideas as to what to do with the Ichimoku cloud trade signals out of this. Like for my own part, again, every time I'm going through this happened too quickly for my slow methodology. This was a great one. This set up perfectly for me, but it was a little early. So I got stopped out and then I wasn't engaged on this. Now I'm not playing either. I want to go short. No good here. Let's zoom in. Now we're getting something that if it's coming up off of these levels and crossing to the positive, this would be a good Ichimoku buy out of the uptrend. However, this is crossed to the negative, and should this also cross to the negative as we're coming back into the cloud, that'll confirm my break and the other indicators that are negative. So Ichimoku is not as helpful this time. It was really good in the past, but right now it's not giving me the juice right now. Except for a buy signal in the uptrend here and confirming that's so far away in the 4-hour time frame that it says keep holding, right? So long as it's in between, we don't have a crossover. This hasn't crossed negative. It'll let us hold for a long time in the 4-hour time frame. So it'll get crushed if we hit the 5,800. The Ichimoku will just get slapped around here. Way too volatile for this indicator. And I want to see I've got to back up now to the 12-hour and to the 1 day because now I'm looking for the sell signal in the Ichimoku cloud here. And that would be if the blue line crosses below the red line and we're starting to come back out of this cloud, this would be a confirmed sell signal in the Ichimoku downtrend, which would give us that $5,800 target. And blood in the streets and panic on YouTube and Twitter and nastiness. Now, this is new for me, the Bollinger Bands. I'm starting to get some familiarity with it. I'm trying to mix it with my own method at the same time, and that's not necessarily the best thing, I guess. But anyway, here is consolidation that I would have nailed for sure, because we were calling for the longs here in Bitcoin at that time and saying, but anyway, now it's coming into no idea as I'm looking at this. It's not, I'm trying to fit the 1, 2, 3 bottom formation into whatever this is doing, and this didn't give me any trade signals combination of divergence. This is the main one right here, is this went super narrow, and while we were watching this at this time, this was like 5 o'clock in the morning, and things started to build throughout the day, that last Friday. So I did notice that the cloud was super narrow, and it was one of the most narrows I've ever seen it, built up after this consolidation. And at the same time as this consolidation, we did have the RSI divergence, we did have the MACD divergence setting up during this period of time. So there, I think putting these things together again in the next squeeze is going to be a lot more clear. And I may not wait for my entire 1, 2, 3 bottom formation to set up in a combination like that. So now with our negative, like our 1, 2, 3 top formation and the negative divergence in the RSI and the MACD, zoom into that's the 1 hour time frame. I'm watching to see where is the sell signal in this. This, of course, it's clear in hindsight always to see where the sell signal was and where the close signal was. But as it comes up to the midline now, is this another sell signal that I would be able to act on as it's coming down out of this? That's what I want to. But a 15-minute time frame is too close for me. I consider myself whale food if I'm trading in that time frame, unless I'm trading like a mosquito, super small. So this is not helpful to me. I have to do some more research. I apologize. But if you have any tips on Bollinger Bands, fire them into the comments down below. Come and join us on Discord and share your favorite video. That would be awesome too. Now, let's get into some of the good stuff at the end here. Bitcoin longs, this is part of my conspiracy theory, is that the longs would come back up to the levels that we saw in July, like July the 10th. I was noticing how crazy high the longs were at that time compared to times in the past. The longs were very high at this time as we made this top. So I was anticipating that the longs would come back up to those levels before we had our slam back down, and they're not quite there yet. So maybe we'll go sideways and the longs will gather up before we have that slam back down to the 5,800, and that will crush all of these longs. Just like this recent move up on Friday crushed all of the shorts. Everybody had to close. This was too nasty. A lot of liquidations there. Really tragic stories in our Discord chat too. Some people who are really honest about their trading, saying, I went from 21 odd Bitcoin down to 18.5 Bitcoin on Friday. Insane amount of loss. And it's an important part of trading that I had to learn after I lost all my money twice. I completely cleaned out my account and lost all my money. And then I did it again, saved up money, put money in there, and lost it all again completely. And after that, I learned about risk control and a philosophy that changes your approach so importantly that come on over and learn it. I appreciate you guys coming and checking things out. Now, Bitcoin dominance is the next chart to look at. I'm going to zoom out to the 5-year view. We do have a little 1, 2, 3 top formation in Bitcoin dominance. And so everybody's seen Bitcoin doing the parabolic move recently, and everybody's all poo-hoo about the alts, which is crazy to me, because if we start going over to some of the alts and the opportunities that are setting up in these markets right now, it's madness. Madness. Let me zoom this back out to the 1-year view so we get a perspective of what has been going on in this chart over the last while. And back in February, of this past year, I was calling for Bitcoin to hit $9,100, and we were at like 4,000. People were like, I don't know, it seemed too much. There was too much support and resistance between us and that $9,000 to get there, but we blew past it. So I do believe that this is going to be some of our next structures of parabolic move, because Bitcoin has proven that blockchain technology is being accepted by the world. It is going to give credibility onto many of the coins. The ones that I'm worried about, not like, and I want to point out these 1, 2, 3 bottom formations that you are learning. Here's the tiny little 1, 2, 3 bottom formation here. It was a great entry. Now we have a larger 1, 2, 3 bottom formation setting up. This is nested 1, 2, 3s that are part of a larger macro turnaround in the market. And this isn't just happening in one coin. This is happening across the whole average of coins. And we're tracking that over on our bull market watch spreadsheet. We go over everything on Binance and everything on Poloniex every single day, and we grade them against our trading plan, the very same trading plan that I'm explaining to you here, and giving them a color code so that you can quickly and visually see which ones you should be holding in your portfolio and which ones are laying flat and not really going anywhere. So we can see here, if I clear this off and zoom in to the 12-hour view, we had the 1, 2, 3 bottom in September. This was phenomenal. Did the videos on September the 8th weekend saying, this is the weekend we're going to all look back on and say, oh, man, I wish I would have. This is it. And it's showing itself here out of these tiny little 1, 2, 3s. But now we're having the larger 1, 2, 3. And our trading system got us into Ripple and kept us out of ADA. Even though ADA made a little 1, 2, 3 bottom formation at the same time, it didn't prove out in the trend change direction, so we didn't pick any of it up, where we did very well with Ripple. And this is the kind of stuff that you can get by joining up right now into our patron group. We are having our patron membership drive for the next 3 days, and then on November the 1st, patron membership, whatever number it is, we close it, and that's it for the rest of the month. So if you want to get involved and you want to have access to the spreadsheet, click on the link in the description down below and head over to our patron group and sign up. There are limited spots at $15 a month, 50 cents a day, and somebody is updating all 200 cryptos for you against a specific trading plan. It's gold. It's money in your pocket, more than it's costing you. Now, Jay Constant, I increased my portfolio by 2% in 2 hours. That's crazy. Fantastic. Thank you for the thumbs up on the excellent analysis, Rick. It's one thing to do the technical analysis, but I'm sure you guys know that technical analysis is something separate from actually trading. Technical analysis is one side of the pancake, basically, and the other side is your risk control rules and your position sizing. Many people would say that the risk control rules and the position sizing and the way you think and feel about money itself is much more important than your entries and exits. And I have to agree with them. And so we talk about entries and exits and technical analysis and divergences and retracement levels and moving averages, crossovers, and it has almost nothing to do with your success in trading compared to using your risk control rules and your position sizing and your basic general emotional set towards your money so that you feel like this money is going to stay there forever. It's just going to work for you forever. There's no hurry. It doesn't have to make money by any date. And then it's easier to trade. It's easier to take your trades off and put your trades on. When the exponential moving average crosses over, you just reduce your position size because that's the thing to do. And as things are breaking out of a 1, 2, 3 bottom formation, you may want to FOMO in on this. You may want for it to come back a little bit and then get in on a limit order. That might be a good idea. But then I think you should be looking around for those coins that are making potential 1, 2, 3 formations that haven't broken out yet and start salting those together in your portfolio. These are insane days for cryptos. And I'll be doing another live stream at 3 p.m. today over on the Intro to Cryptos stream, and we'll go into some more details about these coins, especially the ones that are just taking off. Now, our trade alerts, let's see. We caught NEO yesterday. We caught ONT yesterday. We also caught quantum yesterday, and some of our other coins that we caught earlier are still holding out. Our stop losses kept us into those markets through those swings, and we're going to be adding on to those. They're going to be building up now. RLC, we got some great alerts, kicking ass. This is the pro alerts, not the color-coded spreadsheet. This is much more detailed. And all that information is available over on the website. I hear too many people saying Bitcoin's going to 50K or 100K guaranteed. I think it's probably going to rattle everybody's butt and hit 5,800. I haven't heard anybody talking about a pullback to, and you know, I can't say that I've not heard anybody talking about, I actually quite dislike that attitude because I am no oracle. I don't know the future. I am imagining a possibility and then looking at the charts to see where, if this possibility shapes up, what should I be seeing in the charts? Then as it all unfolds and we're doing this daily video, I can say, okay, what did I see in the charts compared to what I thought I should see in the charts as it unfolded? Now I've got some more information to be teaching. There's more case studies that I put together into the course that I have over on our website. The course I've been running since 2015. Now, I'm not the biggest YouTuber out there, but I'm probably one of the longest existing. And we'll see what goes on out of this. I think we're going to parabolic new highs as well, but I do think the market is manipulated and we're about to get some show on that we haven't seen in a while. Bigger show. There is bigger money in this. There's more knowledge. Everybody is aware of what's going on here. There is the futures contracts where they can be going short on futures and buying the physical Bitcoin. It's getting crazy. There's going to be more. Dragonfly, you tried to join my Discord for a while and the link does not open. Well, that's a definite pain in the ass. I see CRC Bitcoin has joined our community. Where's my invite link? I am Why do I not find an invite link? I will check that link. I don't have it handy. Actually, I know where it is. Copy. Now where'd the chat go? Paste. Discord, come and join us. It'd be great to have you along. I'm in there all the time. Bitcoin actually look like it's going to moon. Perhaps sufficient reason to go down to 5,800. Exactly. This is 5,800 is to shake everybody and to take your Bitcoin from you. Please answer my question about altcoins. Guess it'll get interesting for everyone. Gregory, sorry I didn't see your question. Let me scroll back. How about low cap alts? Will they die under Bitcoin dominance or do they have a chance of mooning? One of the things that we do in the alerts is to mix the data with market cap and all the details so that you can sort all of our alerts by market cap, by US dollar value. You can sort it by the 24-hour change, the volume, the BTC market cap. And then you can sort through, the low market cap coins, see which ones are on alert status, then check out the charts and see if the 1, 2, 3 formation is setting up. Get ready with your risk control rules, and then you'd be able to rock and roll. And so the low cap coins, I think, are probably some of the biggest opportunities, but I sort through those altcoin opportunities by looking at the price chart. And so I'll start out by going through. Let's zoom in to the 1 month view. Pull it back And I don't care what the market cap is of the coin. I will look at the price chart and see, are we making a 1, 2, 3 bottom formation? Is it consolidating into a tiny little 1, 2, 3 at the number 3 point of the larger 1, 2, 3? So I analyze all of this stuff. I put this all together into the alerts, and I publish that out and send it out to the members so that you get this screenshot. You can see the exact pattern as it's setting up. And some of these alerts, you got to be there and pay attention to it. These happen, and this is going to be breaking out, and you'll be too late to be buying into it later. And so I don't know what the market cap of any of these coins are. Most of the time, I look at that afterwards, but only after I see that it's making the 1, 2, 3 formation. I see this wicked volume pattern setting up under here. I just have to do it. This has proven me right so many times and made so much money so many times that I have to do it. Even though we've been wrong so many times, it doesn't matter. You just got to keep your losses small, Then you know you're trading well, even though the markets are crappy and you can't short this stuff maybe. Now it's time to do it again. And when it is proven correct, oh man, then there's a lot of nothing to do. It's the hardest part of trading, and for me, it's the most fun. So I think the low caps are some of the biggest opportunities because it takes no money to move them. We do have a special strategy I call the popcorn strategy, and I talk about that in our course and in our alerts package as one of the bonus trainings as well. And it only happens at the beginning of a bull market. It's a special strategy that we add into the 1, 2, 3 bottoms that is specifically for the low cap coins. So there's so many amazing setups right now. If you are following the 1, 2, 3 bottom formation setups, then you're probably having butterflies when you're trying to go to sleep at night, just thinking about the possibilities. And I don't have quickly the bull market watch mega study that I did about a year ago now. And I went through all of the bull markets from the past, and I charted everything out, and I did basic back testing, saying that if you use this trading system without, this is all hypothetical, you would have made these kind of profits. 221%, 900 or 700%, 1,600%, 3,000% on strat, 1,259%. These are all potential profits. Now we know the next bull run from December to January wasn't quite as big. The same trading system, 450, 230, 28%. So it depends on how big the market goes, but the system is going to keep us with small losses in these downtrending potential breakouts, and we're going to soak up the big profits when it is a real breakout. So by putting this trading system together and doing the back testing, I'm hoping to get this picture burned into your mind as well so that you're just as excited about this potential as I am. Because I don't lose if you benefit. It doesn't matter how much money you make. It doesn't limit how much money I can make. This is the best win-win, most fun thing to do. I think if I can share this knowledge and it makes a difference for you, if it helps you take one trade that changes the way you're looking at trading and your risk control, I think I've made a little difference in the world that can change the lives of everybody in your family and all of your friends. It's like I love it. It gets me up in the morning. Boom. Now I'm lost. Risk control would have saved my ass. Oh, Rick, risk control. I lost my ass a couple times and learned about risk control. And you know what? Even though I've learned about it, even though I teach it and I talk about it, every single trade I do, I have to review it. I have to double check against myself because I see this trade. I think I'm right. Why wouldn't I be bigger on a trade that I'm right on? But then I go back through stage 1 of the trade, stage 2 of the trade, stage 3 of the trade, stage 4. Okay, this is what I'm supposed to do. When I go against my trading plan, I lose more money than I should have, or I don't make as much money as I could have. And I look back afterwards and I go, oh man, like the rules are right clear in front of me. What is the deal? And I love it because mistakes are a part of trading. And it's a matter of how we deal with mistakes that is the stuff that makes life different. So Jake Constant, Jambro, good to have you along. On the Edge, good to have you here. I appreciate you guys joining. And the Discord chat link is up in the chat. I'll change that in the description down below so that it works. I have a spreadsheet plugin in the website for the members, and it draws in the data from our Pro Alerts spreadsheet. So then you can just log into the website and you can quickly see what are the trade alerts for today. But the damn thing slows down the website so much, I'm going to have to change the way that is set up so that it's not part of the main website. The main lesson and course part of the website slows everything down so that it's a pain in the ass. And I didn't really realize it was that one plugin until I did some analysis with Google tools. So now I have to change the website and move the members area for the Pro Alerts over to a different spot so that it doesn't slow down the rest of the website. Today's job. More than just technical analysis, this stuff, more than just learning how to stream and use this software. There's a ton for doing this stuff. But now, it's a matter of watching what Bitcoin's doing to see this unfold, to see these crossovers in our indicators. This has crossed positive. This is still dumping negative big time, and that divergence is, I can't sniff at that. That's important. And so then throughout the rest of the day, I'll be watching what's going on with Bitcoin dominance, because as this is dropping, alts are rising. The question always is, which are the alts that are rising? Which are the ones that are now in alert status? Which are the ones that are now in hold status? Are there ones that have been in fail status we should just ignore and spend no time on? Love this spreadsheet. Anyway, I'm going to sign off and wish you guys all the best. I'm going to be digging into all the alts right now. There's like 200 for me to analyze and make sure that I'm getting the alerts published for these things as they're making the correct formations. Timing is everything. And this is what I aim to do for my service that's different for other crypto streams, is to do this work for you. Do this work of the first stage of the trade, identifying the patterns, the entry levels, the exit levels. It's a ton of work. And if I can share it with you and the next guy, and it doesn't limit any of our success, we can all benefit from it. Let's rock and roll. Let's do it. Boom. 200 alts a day. I watch them all. Where are the alerts posted? Come over to Discord and I'll show you more details about that, because there are live alerts on Discord. There's daily emails of the daily summary, and then there's the live spreadsheet that you can log into the website, which I'm going to fix today and move. That'll be a pain in the ass for everybody, but it'll work better later. Boom. All right. Thanks, guys. Awesome to have you here. I love it. Cheers. All the best in your trading today, and I'll see you tomorrow on the next episode of the 24 Hours of Bitcoin.